Hi, my friends. Today we're here with Seth from,
Sabas Champions Fight Gear.
and it's a lovely evening here in Las Vegas, and we just want to hear about Sabas. Tell us what you can tell us about Sabas and what is behind Sabas, and people in the Hispanic community know you,
Hmm.
but obviously, in the other side of the picture, they know which Sabas is in the ring, but they don't know the history. Tell us something about the little history behind that name.
Well, Sabas started a few years ago. It started, Sabas, it's a big meaning for me because Sabas is my dad's name. My dad's name was Sabas Nicolas Cruz, who I lost to cancer, and that's what motivated me to start the brand. I had the opportunity to create my own brand, and nothing better than to use my dad's name, which was the sport of boxing it was his favorite sport, and that's what motivated me because I always stood by the boxing with him.
Now, you say a lot. Your dad. It looks like your dad was the inspiration in more than one thing
Oh
on your
yeah.
life. And now we heard some rumors. Of course, we're gonna pretty much put it in the light. We heard that you wanna more than a legacy, and you wanna put out there people knowing what your what your dad meaning to you, and then you put it out there in a boxing gear for champions.
Yes.
Now, tell us about that little rumor that we got in hands that you trying to um, get that name out there again, and then you want to do something. Tell us something about that little aspect.
Yeah, I actually want to put together a Sabas amateur tournament. So I want to, start a tournament here in Las Vegas and get these kids out here fighting and bring out, of course, Sabas so people could know who we are.
That's one of the rumors that we heard. Sorry, but I mean, I just want to write it out like that. But I mean, sorry, I have to say it. But it's it's something that in a previous conversation between uh, you and I, we had, and it kind of touched me the way that you told me that you want to create a tournament in the name of your dad, and create a not just one show, so it following by several shows, pretty much
Hmm.
like a every year thing. Of
Yeah.
course, pandemic didn't help,
Yeah, I
and
didn't.
thank God for that stop in our lives. But I mean, let's thank God because I mean we still breathing, we
Yes.
still
Yes.
alive, and it looks like you more than being in the scene of boxing, you're a champion because you did beat COVID
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
You
I did.
knocked COVID to the fullest. Tell us
Knocked it
about
out.
that you did a KO against a catastrophe and a fatality in the entire planet Earth, and then you did get a KO, and COVID. It was not a game on your life.
No,
Tell us
no.
something about that.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, me and my family got sick in November. I got the worst of it. I was hospitalized, intubated on a ventilator. I was in a coma. So thank God, I fought through it. I made it out. Had little ups and downs, but I'm still here. With the support of my wife, my kids, my family, and of course all my friends. I can't even thank all my friends that show their love and support. All the people in the sport, all the followers that kept up with me. I can't thank them enough. They showed a lot of love and support, and I'm very thankful for that.
That's how his boxing is all about. I mean, obviously, a lot of people know Sabas, or they gonna start knowing Sabas, but behind that name is Seth Cruz. Seth
Yeah,
Cruz has been known by a lot of figures in the boxing industry and the boxing sport,
it's box to see.
um, and that what you tell us right now is a lot of people care about you. It was not just a regular fan.
Oh
It
no.
was names like you can name a lot of them. Like we can see right here in this beautiful room that you got. It's just like your chilling spot about
Yeah.
boxing. And guys, I'm telling you, this place, if I can turn around in 360, which we're gonna do at the end of the interview, we got nothing but pictures and autographs, and I can say it's more than history, is love 100%.
Yes.
And those those pictures represent somebody who's not a just somebody. It's a champion that they care about Seth Cruz, and that's
Yeah.
that love got shown a few months ago, unfortunately, but inconvenience of life. But at the same time, they show whose boxing is all about. It's not just
Yeah.
a sport. It's love.
It's a family.
tears.
It's a family. It's a big
Exactly.
family.
It's family. It's tears. That in the ring, it's we can express many things, which is hate at one point. Um, we we can say that it's many things, but at the end of the day, it's nothing but love.
But
and
love.
it's a sport of love, because it's you have to love the gloves in order to be out there.
Yeah.
Now tell us something about who is the names that I mentioned about these pictures. What kind of friends, so the people in the audience, they can know who is the Seth Sabas, knowing but these images that we got around.
Actually, everybody on my walls, I know personally. I've met personally. But yeah, like Marco Antonio Barrera just reached out to me 2 days ago, checking up on me. Good friends of mine, Jesus Soto Carras, same thing. Good luck to you guys. Wish you nothing but the best and a nice, safe fight. Yeah, I've been lucky, and I've had people like Carlos Famoso Hernandez, Bernard Hopkins keeping up with me. A lot of people, a lot of love in the community, a lot of followers, a lot of people that support Sabas reached out and showed their love and support. Yeah.
Now I gotta mention something. I gotta get out of the subject of
Yeah,
boxing.
yeah.
And I just wanna be nosy. Thank
Yeah.
you. You guys probably gotta start knowing that part of me. But I heard your phone ringing previous in
Yeah.
the Hispanic interview, and it was a text message by somebody very famous out there who is your friend, which
Yeah.
in the Hispanic music industry is Martin Castillo, who was sending
Correct.
you a shout out and pretty much telling you that he's in Vegas and he's
Yeah.
gonna come over and say hi to you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna check on you, see how you feeling, how you been pretty much, and say hi for the first time after you being released from the hospital and being available to be back again in life.
Yeah.
Tell
yeah.
us something about that.
Yeah, he's a very popular Mexican culture singer, Martin Castillo, good friend of mine. He's in town. He called me. He's gonna, want to meet up and check up on me, make sure I'm doing good. And I did a pair of custom boxing gloves that he ordered, so he's gonna pick them up personally here at my house and check up on me. So yeah, it's a good friend of mine.
Martin Castillo, like if you guys don't know who he is in the boxing industry, he did made a song for Leo Santa Cruz, the champion for I think is if I'm not mistaken, excuse me my history of boxing, but I think it's a 4-time champion of the world, and he
walked
made
out
a
with him.
song. He made a song about his career, and that's his anthem for every single fight. Leo Santa Cruz pretty much comes out in every of his fights. He is the one. If you guys don't know him, probably you guys don't know who Leo Santa Cruz is. He's the one who fought Gervonta Davis a few months ago. Fortunately, it was a KO by a lucky shot, I can say, because I'm a very sport fan besides being in the boxing industry. But it was a little error in boxing. But at the end of the day, that's who Martin Castillo is behind in the scene of boxing.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that I'm gonna mention, sorry, but it was a comment about Chiquis Rivera, which Chiquis Rivera is very grabbed my attention that she boxes too. That she asked for a pair of gloves. And
She trains, yeah. She has I made a pair of gloves for Chiquis Rivera also. They work out. They like to work out. So yeah.
So here you go, guys. It's not just a random name. It's people out there in the music industry that they like using
Yeah.
this gear. And obviously, you guys know that they're not just gonna go big fight and choose any pair of gloves. They reach out to my friend Seth Cruz and said like, "Hey, custom me some gloves because I wanna throw some punches in the bag. I'm gonna go to the gym and then work out with those kind of products they Seth Cruz delivers, which is more than anything. It's not just a set of gloves or a set of gear. It's a little piece of a legacy of his family and his dad name. And I can say that right now we've been here for a couple hours talking in the behind the camera scene, but this place is cozy, and I know how a lot of people like him because it's all about love. I mean, it's just a love back from boxing, and it's pretty much what Seth Cruz is all about. Now, tell us something. Where you from, Seth? You said that you mentioned some artists in the Hispanic community. Tell us something. Where you from? Because those people they're not around here. They're not from Vegas. They're from another place.
They're actually from LA. Yeah. I was born and raised in South Central LA. You know, South Central Boxing. It's one of my boys. You know, saludos. Yeah, I grew up in South Central LA. I moved to Big Bear at a young age. I ran the boxing gym up in Big Bear. Got to work with a lot of these big names. And I've been here in Vegas for about 11 years now.
Now, we've seen you in a lot of these pictures. And one of them, they catch my eye, and it's at a very young age. I see Fernando Vargas, yourself. And Fernando Vargas, I believe it was when he won his first championship, which it was, I think, one of the first pictures. I think it was in the event that he threw before. I mean, it was after the fight. So tell us something about the relationship between you and Fernando Vargas, because we see a lot of memorabilia about Fernando Vargas.
Yeah, I do have it. I've known Fernando for a long time. You know, his people, his whole trainers, coaches, everybody. I'm good friends with Fernando Vargas. Not only was he a very humble person with us, but we were a huge fan of his. Huge fan of Fernando Vargas. You know, coming up, he always showed love and support. You know, when he was in his prime, every invitation I did, you know, he helped me do a grand opening to a boxing gym I did in Rialto, California years ago. He had just became a world champion and he still showed up to my grand opening and did the whole event with a big smile on his face. You know, he's a very humble person, and he was always about his fans.
So, the Pueblo's champ, pretty much, like everybody calls it, like El Campeón del Pueblo. So another thing that I'm kind of like looking, and I cannot get tired to look at many pictures and a lot of things that you got around. I see one that it catches my eye a lot, and it's this big champion idol for me. I think it's one of the best boxers out there is Mike Tyson. And in the private conversation, you tell us that you got some words that Mike told you. Tell us something about that.
Mike Tyson used to train. He did a training camp at Big Bear, and I would open the gym for them. He would walk in and go in and do their own thing. He was very humble, very different from what people see in the crowds. He would tell me, "Hey, what are you doing here? Come sit down with us inside the gym." So he was always very inviting. He was very different than what I expected when I first met him, and who he was by himself. It was a completely different person.
That I see. I can say we're gonna make a number 2 part of this video, because I mean we can keep talking and talking, because I mean I'm telling you guys, I'm seeing one thing, and it's just I believe it was a gift for one of the true warriors, Mexican warriors and champion that is I cannot say more. It says a lot on his name. It's one of the idols, and
Definitely.
it's a big name. And me looking at that gift, I don't think myself, if I was champion, and I'm saying like, hey, you know what? Here's my belt. You can have it. You can have it. Here you go. Tell us something about that. I'm not gonna mention that name, but I just catch in my eye, and it gets just my smile on that. That love that we talking about is about that kind of love that they show it to you. That this person give you his actual belt and says like, Seth Cruz, you can have my belt. Tell us something about that, because I'm not gonna.
Well, yeah, it's we're not only was he I was a big fan of his, but we were good friends. I have here in display in my house Jorge Maromero Paez WBO belt.
Yes,
his ring worn belt.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's the real deal, guys. It's not the replica. It's not just because he said like, hey, I need another one. Send me another one. No, that's his, guys. It's just like it's like me saying like, you know what, you can have it. You my friend. That's the kind of friendships that this guy has towards his Jorge Maromero Paez. And I said it, Jorge, shout out to you. I know you live here in Las Vegas, and you one of the true warriors out there in those years that it was not about like touching gloves. It was like showing blood and show who the real champion is. A very special style, which it was known by him showing up with different kind of outfits in his fights, and his style, which it was unique.
Yeah.
And it was just like we can keep talking about Jorge Maromero Paez because it's one of my best boxers, and I can say in that division that if he was still on this day fighting and he was still acting and he was on his prime, I would love to see fighting with a lot of guys that are out there saying, I'm the champ, I'm the king around. I mean, like probably Jorge will be like, seriously, probably you guys cannot be in top of my prime. But anyway, that's the kind of love that Seth Cruz has been having around this.
I also owned a WBC belt given to me by Mauricio and Jose Sulaiman when he was alive, in honor of my dad. They gave me a WBC belt with his pictures on it, and big shout out to them. I've made gloves for Mauricio. He loves them. So yeah, if you go to the WBC office and any other offices, my gloves are there.
That's the kind of the guys that they love that we were talking about earlier. Seth, tell us how you can accomplish all these things on life. How you did it. It's been easy. It's been it's just been like I got this.
It's just being yourself, I guess. I've always been around about helping people. I've always done whatever I can to help whoever I can in the sport of boxing, and in any other aspect. Just being humble, being yourself, I got a lot of love and support from all over the sport of boxing and all over the world. So just I've always been myself. I've always been humble, and I've always helped out whoever I can.
Well said. It's been a lovely evening here in this place.
Thank you.
Like I said, guys, we're gonna give a little pic once we wrapped up this lovely conversation with Seth Cruz, CEO, and more than anything, we're gonna say thank you to Sabas Boxing Gear. Like I said, he's the CEO, but I can see he's more than a CEO. He's a friend of a friend of a Sabas. And that's what pretty much the image that we've been captured today in this room. Seth, tell us how you guys can, the public, how the people, they can find the gear, how they can approach you to purchase or obtain your gear.
Yeah, you could go to my Instagram page, Sabas Champions Fight Gear or Sabas Fight Gear Seth. You can find me on either one of those or on Facebook and Twitter, whichever you want, and direct message me and let me know what you guys want, what you guys need.
Okay, thank you, Seth. Thank you for the lovely evening. Like I said again, It was nice talking to you. Looks like we're gonna have a part number 2 with this video.
Definitely.
And we're gonna, you guys gonna be more than welcome to follow us. Give us a like. Follow us on Instagram at Boxeo LB. And as well to Sabas Fighting Gear.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for the opportunity. And see you in the next one.
Thank you.